Hey Virgo, this is Tara with your March 2019 tarot reading. I also offer private readings. If anyone would like, feel free to email me at tara@tarastarot.com. Okay, so Virgo, I have your cards dealt. And just to sum up a couple points before we get started, it's looking like some kind of breakthrough in understanding or knowledge or some kind of information is playing a big role right now. And the need to kind of go with your intuition versus your mind and your fear thoughts and worry. And it's looking like you're hoping for things to change, things to move forward, things to turn a corner. And with the outcome, yes, that's definitely going to happen. But it's looking like you might be struggling a little bit in the near future with worry and with feeling limited or afraid of moving forward. So you don't have to worry, but we're going to look at that. So let's see. Let's get started. So for our core energy, we've got the High Priest and the Ace of Swords here. So there's some kind of importance being put on belief systems, a group that you're conforming to, kind of seeking and the quest or gaining knowledge, being part of an established way, a group, a culture, a system. And then we have the Ace of Swords crossing that. So now, before I go on to this, in the recent past we had the Tower. Okay, so it looks like there's been some kind of restructuring in the recent past, some kind of upheaval, some kind of breakthrough, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of, destruction of the old or destruction of what was in the way, destruction of what was built on false foundations or doesn't work for you anymore. Something that could have been shocking, unexpected. It could have been a good thing and what you wanted, but it really changes the structure of our belief systems, of our perspective, of our reality. It really shows us, what's real and what's true and where we've gone off course and, developed kind of an illusion or what needs to kind of crumble and leave our lives. So that's the recent past. So that's good. So we're moving on from that. But this, I feel like shook things up. Also, the lightning bolts from, heaven, this enlightenment, this truth, this, here it is, you can't ignore it anymore kind of a feeling. So then we're looking at this, the High Priest and Ace of Swords in the present. So the truth, okay? The High Priest can relate to knowledge and belief systems, and then the Ace of Swords is having a brand new aha, epiphany, totally getting the truth, seeing clearly, cutting away all dead wood, cutting away all bullcrap, really understanding what's going on, but, getting the truth, having that clarity. So there's something going on there. Now, I don't know if for some of you, the Ace of Swords crossing this may be, you're feeling at odds with the truth, or there's something that maybe the opposite, like maybe the truth isn't out, but I'm feeling like this is supporting, like the truth is here. So that's good. There's been some kind of breakthrough and understanding and epiphany and clarity. So that's always a really good thing. Now, I don't know if this has to do with feelings or emotions or a person, and this can apply differently to everybody, but hanging overhead above the reading is the Queen of Cups. So this is a lot about also getting in touch with our own feelings about something, being in alignment with our intuition, with our kind of psychic energy. This could, be a person. So, whether it's your feelings are kind of on the focus of your mind or this other person, something about emotions is important and kind of where your thoughts and consciousness are kind of focused on right now. So I don't know if it's that this breakthrough came and now you understand how you feel, or now you can own your feelings, or like the truth was dropped, so now you're free to express your truth or how you feel, kind of a thing. It can apply in many different ways, but that's what's showing up right now as we just get started. And under the reading, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like what's supporting you, what's going on behind the scenes, what's the foundation. Something kind of came to fruition. Something has grown and manifested into form in the 3D. And there are decisions to be made about how to move forward, about practically what to do, what steps to take. So I don't know if, you know, that Ace of Swords is, okay, now I know exactly what to do. I know how to fit into the system. I know, you know, I know what to do. Or if maybe you're still searching for that truth within the system, or the truth, the answer of kind of what to do next, where to go with this. But yeah, you know, I keep feeling like, no, the truth is out. Like, there has been some kind of disruption and upheaval, not necessarily a bad thing, but the truth is revealed. The truth is free. The truth is out. And there's this feeling of getting to be more in touch with your emotions, or how you feel about something or someone. Because we also have the High Priest. She was on the bottom of the deck, so like underneath the deck. This is all about our intuition. So that's coming up kind of strongly for you guys. Like, almost, maybe it's applying differently to different people, because almost on one hand, I feel like, okay, there's this need to gain more knowledge, to gain more insight, to go within, to go into your gut, to get the truth. But then other people, I feel like you already do know the truth, and you have the truth, and there is this, you know, because the High Priestess can be, okay, something's not revealed yet. So there's this journey about going within, you know, getting your guidance, getting your intuition, but then also, so something being hidden, but then also that, yeah, you do have your intuition. You do know what's going on. The journey of getting and uncovering that knowledge and wisdom that is part of you. I feel like you're happy about this. So whatever breakthrough happened, whether it was a message from someone else, whether it was, you know, finally you expressed your point of view, whether it was you've been waiting for this piece of information and now it's finally here. I feel like you're feeling really happy about this. So you're showing up as the Four of Wands, celebration, stability. There's a foundation. It's a very joyous, exciting, exhilarating party, you know, feeling. Also, for some people, I mean, this could be hinting or touching on like a marriage, because these are both traditionally marriage cards as well. It's like celebrating the group, celebrating this belief system, celebrating this tradition, celebrating like this consecration of here's spiritual truth and here's how we want it to look in the real world. Like, this is what we're deeming sacred. This is what we're deeming appropriate. This is what we're deeming truthful. So there's some kind of like solidification of that and celebration about that. I'm feeling like a lot of like stableness, commitment. The High Priest card is so weird. But you might know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's keep going. So, okay, so far, yes, good. This whole revelation happened. Something went under upheaval, but it was meant to be, to release this truth. And there's this, you know, with both of these cards underneath and above, okay, where do we go from here? What do I want? What am I feeling? What is my gut telling me? What practically are my options? What practically do I do with this? What decision do I make? How do I move forward with this thing that I'm manifesting? And this need to look within. And then you having this hope, Wheel of Fortune, of wanting things to move forward, wanting the wheel to spin, wanting to move on, wanting fate to step in, wanting to turn the corner, wanting life to happen, wanting things to go. Okay? But then, okay, so we have in the near future, we have the 8 of Swords that's showing up for you. Okay? And then in the environment, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So there could be some kind of limiting experience that you're feeling. Let's start with the 8 of Swords. So whenever this card comes up, this is all about our fears, scaring us from taking action. You know, it's like, well, what if this happens? I can't move forward because what if I risk that and this happens, and then, but I don't know what's going to happen there and I'm scared, so I don't want to, you know, it's like you're paralyzed with fear. And you're allowing, you know, this is when we allow all those thoughts to kind of control our reality, and kind of, it keeps us stuck. The fear keeps us stuck. So, you know, just kind of, you know, that being a little bit stuck and feeling a little afraid and insecure. Now in the environment, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, and this, you know, the 4 of Pentacles is like, okay, yeah, you've amassed a certain amount. You've got to this foundation. There is this kind of concrete foundation around you and this material kind of growth. But this is when we're afraid to let go of what we've gained because we're afraid that we'll lose everything, or we won't make more money, or we need to hold on to so tightly to what we have in fear of losing it. So we don't want to do that, right? Because, you know, we're going to create our own reality. If we're too afraid to move forward and make a decision, if we don't want to, you know, let go of what we've been able to manifest in our lives, if we want to control and overly kind of in fear of it going away, that's living in fear. That's not living, you know, in freedom. So, you know, you want to look at what's really, why are you, you know, is this a real fear, or is this just a thought? And is this thought preventing you from moving forward? Because, you know, fears don't really protect us. It's all an illusion. It's a lie. Yeah, if we're afraid of, you know, getting attacked by a bear, sure, that's a practical fear, but we don't have to be obsessed with being attacked by a bear every day of our life. If we're in the woods and we come across a bear, yeah, that's scary. And then we react and we act in that moment. But we don't need to worry all our live long life and never want to leave our house in fear of being attacked by a bear. You know what I mean? So, you want to free yourself from feeling at mercy to what could be, what could happen, what could go wrong, and kind of look at, okay, how much is this helping me or hurting me? It might seem like it's helping you and you're being cautious, but, you know, if it's preventing you from living in your truth and moving forward with your life and living, then that's not helpful. That's hurtful. All right, we're going to look more at those. Let's get a clarification card on this 8 of Swords. Because I don't know really what this fear is about. It's just feeling like limited, like you're kind of locked in place, like you're stuck, like you don't know how to move forward really, or you're afraid to move forward, or afraid to be in your truth, afraid to speak your mind. All right, so what's the 8 of Swords telling us here? Give us a clarity card for Virgo, 8 of Swords, near future. Okay, we got the 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is like all about things developing. Things are on their way. You're attracting this energy. This energy is, you know, about to land, about to manifest. And often we feel this energy. It feels exciting. It feels like something's coming, something's on its way. I don't know what it is, but I sense it. And this hasn't landed yet, so we don't know what form this is going to take. But this card is really positive. It's exciting. Things are happening. Communication's being received. A big thing is something's about to land. Something's about to come into being, come into your experience. So I don't know if you're afraid of what is coming, what is ahead, if you're afraid it might not be exactly what you want it to be. A lot of that Four of Pentacles energy is all about control. It's not trusting. It's not letting go. It's wanting to, you know, hoard everything. It's like a hoarder in a way, and you're too afraid to let go of anything, but then you don't have any kind of life at all. You're just stuck in your house with all your stuff. You know what I mean? So it could be that, maybe a fear of letting go or losing control or not knowing what's coming, right? All right, I'm going to get one more for that. All right, a clarity card for the Eight of Swords. What message for the Virgos this applies to needs to come through about Eight of Swords. All right, so we've got the Six of Pentacles, you know, things balancing out, giving, receiving. So, yeah. Okay, so I think what this is saying is you're receiving, like you're about to receive from the universe. And for some reason, I don't know if you don't want to see it, or you're gun shy about opening up because of what happened with the tower in the recent past or whatever. If you're being overly cautious, but this is great. You know, this is like, okay, the universe is saying like, hey, I have something for you. Hey, it's your payday. Hey, this exciting energy is coming into the picture. Okay, so don't worry. So as we go into our outcome, that makes sense. Okay, so with these cards clarifying the near future and your hope being the Wheel of Fortune, okay, good, exciting things coming, things happening, fate stepping in, things changing, things moving forward. What do we have for our outcome? We've got, let me put these in order, Judgment, awesome, Knight of Cups, great, Page of Pentacles, cool, Ace of Pentacles, yes. Okay, so whole new future, and that's showing up a lot. I think right now is this energy here and this turning of time, and I'm not really the best at astrology, but I know there's some big transits happening now that have been like for years and years. So a lot of us are being, you know, released from the past and can move forward and kind of embrace what we've been working towards all this time. So the Judgment card is huge. This is like a release. This is like waking up to our new future. The slate is clean. Our debts are paid. You know, anything from the past, it's done. It's a different era. It's a different life. It's a different kind of being. This is us really hearing the truth, understanding, having that epiphany, that awakening, and moving into our new future, our new incarnation, our new sense of self, our new reality. You know, this is so huge. You know, literally these people are waking out of the coffin and they're reborn. They're alive again. Something to do with romance or a romantic goal. So whether it's a relationship, like I was talking about, there's, you know, it might be marriage for some of you or a commitment for some of you. Or it could be, you know, a quest towards a romantic ideal. Like I want to write this novel, and that's my artistic baby, and like, or, you know, whatever it is, whatever ideal you have, this is all about movement and romanticism and that exciting, thrilling, heady feeling of, you know, real, true romance in whatever form. Then we've got the Page of Pentacles. So this is showing that there's some kind of development happening with material, practical growth. So like you've planted your seeds and they're just starting to sprout, but you still have to nurture them. You're like, oh wow, I see this is working great, but I still have to like tend to this and make sure they don't die. Or you know, you might have someone practically step in and help you or work with you, or this could be you furthering and nurturing your practical goals, like going to school, you know, gaining new skills, developing, you know, whatever. So some kind of nurturing of that practical goal, whether it's via another person, yourself, or just the energy. And then the Ace of Pentacles, so a brand new potential future where it's actually your reality is changing. You can walk through this new gate. You can embrace this new future as much or as little as you want. But the energy is here. It's saying, you know, it's time for this new reality to dawn. It's time for this new experience and this new, the potential is here for, you know, you to walk into a whole new life. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with the near future too. It's almost like, okay, things are on their way. And that might be scary. You know, I think it's so true. It's just fear of the unknown. It's like, I don't know how to prepare. I don't know. And Virgos are very, you know, on top of things, organized. You like to keep track of every detail and you like to be prepared. You don't like surprises. You want to feel safe and secure and grounded. So it just might be that with this new information coming in and a new perspective and choices to be made and this whole turning point, that you're just kind of like a little afraid of the unknown and what's coming, and you don't really know how to prepare, and you're kind of thinking, because my dad, at least, my dad's a Virgo, and I don't know, I'm not saying all Virgos, but he can be a worrier a little bit. You know, he wants to think about every single thing that could go wrong and prepare, but you don't want to get too wrapped up in that worrier and anxious mess, and it's preventing you from living life. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, so great things are on their way. There's this whole like portal, if you will, of energy that you can kind of embrace and start, you know, walking through this whole new reality of your creation. You know, it's time. It's meant to be. Your soul's ready, and the potential energy is here in our reality. You know, and it might just have to do with romance, or just, you know, feeling that inside of yourself, feeling that like that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I can have the reality I want, or like, wow, this really is like a new beginning, and like that excitement, that idealism, that you know, that you could write a poem about or write a song about. You know, it's that kind of inspiration. It's this new and then things like continuing to be nurtured and okay. So yes, things are changing in a big way. There's a lot that's going to be plopped into your reality and lap, but it's great. And you're going to be feeling really, you remember the celebration card? You're going to be feeling great about it. And you're going to be celebrating. Yeah, there's just like this stress about following your truth, following your gut, being aligned with your inner wisdom, and, you know, okay. Yeah, I think that's it, Virgo. So I hope you guys have a great month. This looks awesome. You know, don't sweat it. It's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It's a really great energy that's coming in. If anyone wants to talk about your personal situation, if you have questions, just email me, Tara@tarastarot.com. Okay, everybody. I'll see you next month. Bye.